Welcome to Cadeau and Janko Wednesdays at Lunch Burger Edition. This week, Matthew and I finally took our trip out to two mountains that we've been teasing for several weeks. De Montagne.
Yeah.
We went out to a new restaurant that opened up. A couple of the listeners pointed out to us, I guess hoping that we'd go visit a burger in their hometown, and they were right. We did it.
Took a long time.
We went to Super Burger.
Yeah.
1910 Chemin d'Oka in De Montagne.
Mm-hmm. Some of you might remember that as the old Poulet Doré,
Doré.
golden chicken.
The golden chicken,
Yeah.
where they served roasted chicken and poutine, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I usually got like hot chicken sandwiches, maybe a slice of chocolate cake, Michigan hot dogs,
Brunch on the weekend.
breakfast in the mornings, any morning. I was very sad when that place shut down.
Yeah, do you want to share some fond memories of the Poulet Doré before we go into the new and improved Super Burger? Improved with a question mark?
You know, I don't really have any memories other than I did a very creepy thing where every time I would go to this place, I would make a habit of cutting out the chicken legs on my menu.
Mm-hmm.
Because the menus were one-time use
It's like a paper placemat type
paper
of menu.
placemat menus with the advertisements all over. But in the center there was the Poulet Doré logo, which had a chicken with very muscular legs, I thought.
Okay.
And I just thought it was such a strange thing. And so I would be even stranger, and I would take my knife and I would always cut out a little square and remove the legs, put it in my wallet. And I would do it to the people sitting next to me if I knew them. And I'd do that for years. I had a collection of little paper squares of chicken legs at home.
How many would you say you had, just as a guesstimate?
Over 50.
Hmm.
I didn't go every day or anything, and sometimes I forgot the chicken legs, but it must have been so weird for the woman cleaning up afterwards. Like she must have realized after a while, it's like, this is a habit.
Well, 50 of them. Yeah,
it doesn't
cut the trend.
Yeah, and it's like, what is he doing with them?
Yeah.
But
what
that's
are you doing with them?
No,
Put them in your wallet and leaving them at home?
I don't know. It's just, when you start a tradition and you don't really understand why, and you just keep doing it. Why does anyone do anything?
I said, okay, all right, I'll get with that. I
No.
mean, sports superstitions.
Exactly.
It's like that, but without any sports.
Yeah, without any stakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what did you do with all these legs ultimately?
I know I put them in a A&W jar,
Okay.
A&W mug. They were just I wanted to see if I could fill it. I never did.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I guess Poulet Doré was like one of the few neighborhood diners in the city.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, other than that, there was a Valentine's, a Subway.
Yeah, there were very few chain restaurants. I mean, those were two of them.
Yeah, but that's not really a diner that you're looking for.
No.
And that's like two of the only other restaurants in town.
Yeah. Yeah, there was not much.
There was not much.
More now. But the Super Burger, I felt like it was better than what they had, because I think at one point they had a sushi place in there.
Oh, really?
And it was a little more like fancy dining.
So
I found
there was another tenant between Poulet Doré and Super Burger?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I
I
had
think
no
there were a
idea.
few, actually. There
Really?
was,
How long ago did Poulet Doré close? I had no idea.
I'd say at least 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and maybe even more. But I know their sign had changed. They took the sign down. At one point, Poulet Doré was gone, only they would still do deliveries.
Okay.
So they still operated out of like the back of the restaurant, where you could still order food, but you couldn't go in and eat there
Weird.
because it was a different restaurant. But
Yeah.
but I think it was still Peter and Costa. It was still like the two owners of the place.
Okay.
Cooking
You're on a
food.
first name basis with the
Everybody knew
Poulet
Peter and
Doré.
Costa.
Okay, not I.
Wow.
I wasn't there that often.
You're a Saint Eustache.
It's true.
But what you think of this Super Burger? You loving superheroes
It's true.
and burgers.
That's true.
It feels like the perfect place for you.
Right? But on the first glance, I kind of liked it. I mean, I don't care for their logo. It's just Super Burger written at an angle. There's sort of a Justice League silhouette beside them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I walk in. There's a strange vestibule room with a big old picture of Captain America.
Yeah.
I have to say, I kind of am not thrilled that all of the superheroes there were basically their movie versions.
Yeah. And Marvel. Like there was a little bit of Batman. But it was heavy on Marvel.
It was heavy on like Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was like a Joker, a Harley Quinn, a Batman, a Superman, and Wonder Woman by the washroom.
Yeah. She was guarding the baby seats.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'll take that. But the place hasn't been open that long. Very clean. It seemed, when we went, it was full of families.
Yeah.
Which kind of warmed my heart. I like exposing these children to the superheroes.
At a young age.
At a young age, yeah. But there was also like a group of like maybe 15 mid-20-year-olds celebrating a birthday.
We'd say mid-20-year-olds. I feel like I'm really bad at telling ages now.
I'm bad at it, but I'm going to guess mid-20 to 30.
They're not like in high school, those guys?
No. Most of them had beards and stuff.
I had a beard in high school.
I suppose you did, but I feel like they did not look like high schoolers.
Okay.
Yeah, I think mid-20s I think is a good guesstimate.
Okay.
Celebrating a birthday, which seemed a little weird because there were so many families there. It seemed like that's what a child should do. Celebrate their birthday with their friends at Superburger. But this guy was in his mid-20s, and I don't know. They seem to be having a good time.
Superhero establishments don't have a play. There's no place for 20-year-olds in there?
No, I disagree with that. It just was funny seeing so many children, and then a big birthday party for not any of the children.
Well, there's still not very many restaurants in Two Mountains, and if they're
That's
all
true.
from Two Mountains and they want to go to the bar across the road, which is it was an old garage.
Yeah, it was
they
a
turned
garage.
into a bar with.
Well, I mean, the neighborhood's changed. I
It
mean,
has changed.
the Depanar is still a Depanar.
Yeah.
The Poulet Doré is now a Superburger.
Yeah.
The gas station is now a daycare, a huge daycare.
Yes, so there was another gas station that shut down a long time ago
Yeah.
and then became a huge daycare.
And then the garage is the bar.
Yeah, and they boasted all these renovations, like oh, it's gonna
In
be
the garage?
well, it's like it's gonna be the new Tartan
Yeah.
pub, and it just looks like a garage. Like they didn't do that much.
They put some chairs in.
Put some chairs in. There's still the huge garage doors.
Oh, yeah.
If you're from out of town, you're driving by. It's like, well, I should bring my car to this garage.
Yeah.
The Tartan garage.
Do they open those garage doors in the summertime?
I've never seen them open, but it's a missed opportunity if not.
Right?
Yeah.
It was a nice, clean sort of location. The staff seemed to wear superhero T-shirts. There was a Deadpool manager walking around.
Yeah.
A Spider-Man cook came out to talk to some people later.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it. It was kind of missing a little bit of gimmickiness to it. I thought
it needed to be like more of a Hard Rock cafe and not like a pop-up superhero shop. It's,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
like the logo in the front should have been all individual. Like it should have been a thick like letter display. I don't know. Like it should have said
I'm not sure
Superburger.
what you mean.
Well, it should have said Superburger, not just on like a flat piece of tarp material, and
But should
or
be
a
like
sign.
sticking out at you.
Yeah, it should be sticking out like Hard Rock Cafe style. Or,
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
You know, it should have depth to it. It should be.
What if they just spelled Superburger with a bunch of different letters from different logos of comic books? Would that do anything for you?
No, I feel like that would just look like a ransom note.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Most of the tables had a superhero's logo on it. It was Captain America tables, Superman tables, Wonder Woman tables, etc. Which I also still felt like was a missed opportunity because we sat in a booth, and instead of the logo facing outward from the booth, it just faced me and was just upside down for you.
Yeah.
That seems like a missed opportunity.
Maybe, but at least one person got to enjoy it
I suppose that's
instead
true.
of just the wait staff enjoying it.
Yeah, okay, I see how you're saying it.
But it was very recognizable. I mean, just when you see an upside down Superman logo, you still know what it is.
That's true. I feel like the decor was done a little on the affordable side.
Yeah, surface level decorations.
Yeah, aside from above the cash, there was this sort of rack hanging down from the ceiling that had a small collection of, I guess, collectible statues. There was a nice little Captain America, a Hobgoblin,
Okay.
which is a Spider-Man villain, maybe a second or third tier Spider-Man villain. The Terminator.
Yeah, superhero, super in every way.
Yeah, that part seemed to miss the mark, but it just seemed like the guy who opened it was like, well, I have these at home. Let me just bring them to work.
Yeah. The scale of them was also incorrect. Yeah, a very giant.
The Terminator was
Terminator,
the biggest thing there.
Yeah, and he should be human sized,
Yeah, that's true.
Schwarzenegger sized.
And there was a Hulk, too. Very big Hulk.
Yeah.
He was almost as big as the Terminator.
And you know what? I'm giving it a lot of flack but I didn't know what to expect when we walked in.
No, I
Um,
really, because I've actually been there once before.
Okay.
I traveled out to Two Mountains to eat a burger for this very show. Except I traveled out on a Monday. Heads up, Super Burger is closed on Mondays. So I took the opportunity to, I guess, walk around my old stomping grounds.
Mm-hmm.
I took a stroll through Two Mountains, past the old library, my old elementary school. I went down by St. Eustache Way, looked at the old church, walked down, passed by the house I grew up in. Just
Yeah.
went for a little stroll. Went down Old St. Eustache Street,
Oh yeah, beautiful.
old downtown St. Eustache,
Yeah.
where I passed by a lot of neat little things, honestly. There's like just a bunch of small bars and restaurants. There was some sort of community theater going on
Okay.
in a space that didn't look appropriate for it. Like it was a big glass window in the front, so I was able to kind of watch from the road.
They want to draw people in.
Maybe, I suppose. But I don't know how much foot traffic they're really getting.
Yeah.
There were nice big murals.
Yes.
One is like of some sort of Patriots Day that they had, where like there are children waving flags and like maybe one float, it would seem,
Okay.
that I think was being pulled by horses. But nice murals. Nice old part of town. I don't know. It was nice to walk down streets I walked down hundreds of times, but have not done so in well over a decade.
Yeah. The kind of a place time's forgotten, right?
A little bit. It's kind of nice that like very little has changed.
Yeah, and no graffiti on that mural.
Nope,
Something I
that's
always
true.
thought was very
Well, how disrespectful would it be to?
so many disrespectful kids out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those ruffian suburb children.
Yeah, like all those people you saw celebrating their birthday over at Superburger, probably going to go out and graffito the town after.
Would that be it? Graffito it
I don't
is
know.
the active verb.
No, probably not.
On my trip, although I didn't get a burger, I did stop into the Pataterie at the
Yeah.
corner of shoot, I'm trying to remember the names of the streets now. Oka and some other street at the
Yeah.
base of Oka.
Pretty much where Two Mountains turns into St. Eustache.
Yeah,
roughly,
right at the
around that
meeting
area.
of the two towns.
Yeah,
The
Four Corners.
I'm remembering the name of the street now,
Yeah,
but it's coming back to me slowly. Grand LA?
maybe.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, you look it up. Pataterie in St. Eustache. I always remembered it as the best poutine I ever had. And since I was in the area, I said, let me go try it again. I was lucky. I popped in maybe 10 minutes before they closed. And they said, oh, we're closing in 10 minutes. I said, do I have time for poutine? Oh, yes, of course. Sat down.
Always time for
Always
poutine.
time for poutine. I sat down. I ordered like a medium poutine. And it was a huge poutine. But I did not mind because I was hungry because I didn't get to have a super burger.
Yeah.
And it is still the best poutine I've ever had.
Wow.
The fries, fried in peanut oil, give a little sweetness. Their gravy has a little sweetness, a little spice to it, but not hot. Tastes great. And the cheese is like the freshest curd cheese. So squeaky, even when it's in the middle of melting. I gotta say, if you're in that area, go treat yourself to a Pataterie. You won't regret it. That's point final. Even if you're not in the area, it's worth maybe if you have a car and you live not too far away, half-hour drive,
40-minute train ride.
40-minute
Like
train
you
ride.
did.
Yeah,
And then
like I did.
walking quite a distance to get
Yes.
to that place in the
Yes,
middle
I
of a
took a
snowstorm.
40-minute train ride, and then walked a good maybe hour in total because I walked in the wrong direction for several blocks to go
Yeah.
to Super Burger.
How sad would it have been if they closed by the time you got there?
Oh, I would have been very discouraged. I would have gotten some Subway or something. And
Yeah.
It really wouldn't have been great. But yeah, it's totally worth a half-hour drive for what I think is the best poutine I've ever had.
Okay, I'm excited to try it out. Does the cheese melt before you've been able to finish your poutine? 'Cause that's the one thing I hate.
No, I mean, I guess I ate it quick enough that it was cooling
Yeah.
off as I was